Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of LETV podcast. Our guest is Bryan Wofford today. Bryan is the starting left tackle of the Little Elm Lobos football team. He's number 75. Bryan's a student athlete, all-around great guy, and pretty interesting. Hope you enjoy the show.
LETV, welcome back to another podcast, our second podcast. We got Jagger Bloom to my left
Right here.
and our special guest,
Bryan Wofford.
Bryan Wofford.
That's you, that's the
Wofford?
man. That's the man.
Wofford.
Wofford.
Yeah, it's like off,
Off.
so there's no Wofford.
I hear people say Wofford.
Wofford,
all the
it doesn't
time.
make phonetical sense because off is O-F-F and it's W-O-F-F. So why would you go
true.
Wofford?
Wofford.
That doesn't make any sense.
Do you ever get mad at people
Yes.
for pronouncing it?
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Do
Especially waffles.
Bryan Wofford.
I've had to live with that for ever since second grade. So.
Bryan Waffles.
All right. Well, how's your morning been so far?
It's been aight.
Yeah.
I'm chilling with you guys now, so it's worse.
That's a big.
but, it's okay.
All right.
Bryan, thank you for being here. So we're talking, and football's doing really good right now.
Yeah.
Football's doing really good. 5-1. Unfortunately, lost last week, but we were talking last year and this year is basically the same team.
Mm-hmm.
How many seniors did you guys lose?
Not a lot. I know this year we have on offense, I think 9 of us are seniors, I think. And then the defense, it's 10, something, or 9, something crazy like that. So we definitely are a pretty older team, I guess you want to
So
say.
what? Let's just get right to it. What caused the jump in performance from last year to this year? Why are you so good this year with practically the same team?
I think it's just coaching and finally being able to get wins under our belts and be confident and having a game offensively. We're leagues and leagues ahead of where we were. And that was coaching, and that's our skill players. John, of course, playing his best every single playing out of his mind. Wide receivers, running backs, all of us. It's just finally having that confidence to be you know what, we can do this.
So once you get some momentum, it's a lot easier
For
to
sure.
get more. and more and
it's
more.
hard. It's hard to have confidence when you win 2 games in a season.
Definitely.
So this summer, how much work did you actually put in?
A lot. We were all out there every day, every single day. A lot of people stayed after, just trying to do the grind, put in the work to get it.
So what was the turning point? Where was the turning point where you guys decided or you guys knew this season is going to be different?
I think it didn't hit us because we were just playing how we were playing. We were just working hard throughout the off season. I think it didn't really hit us till the second, maybe even third game of Plano West where we were down, and with 8 minutes to go with 11 points down, and then we came back and we finished the game and we won, and that's never happened. When I was here, just being able to come back from a deficit like that and be able to fight back and win is just something that I feel that gave us the confidence to keep going and beat these teams, beat Fossil Ridge, beat Prosper.
So speaking on that, do you think your offense is capable of carrying it throughout to the playoffs?
Most definitely, without a doubt. We're the greatest.
How much further do you think it? How many more wins would it take for you to, know that
To
you're
know?
in the playoffs? Yeah.
I think I've. It was the second week. Plano.
You knew.
I knew, yeah, for sure.
Dang.
Second football game,
Fossil
we were in
Ridge?
there. Was it Foster Ridge? It might have been.
Might have been
Yeah,
Keller.
that was the second week.
Was it the second week?
Keller.
Because
No.
first was LD Bell and then
LD
Fossil
Bell.
Ridge.
And then there was one in between there. That I
Oh
think.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
See,
They were so forgettable.
You just
that.
beat them and forget.
It's North Forney.
North Forney.
yeah.
North Forney.
North Forney.
We knew North Forney. I knew North Forney. We were John's insane, Vashawn, Dylan, Josh, Cam, all these Jalen, and then we got the sophomores that are going crazy. So just all these people that, we are the best. The only way we're gonna lose a game offensively is if it's our fault.
So after the unfortunate loss,
Yeah.
how are you guys feeling going into this Allen game playing tomorrow?
We're confident. we feel like we've done the work and made the adjustments to, put ourselves in a better position to win. And again, we're back in this situation where no one is expecting us to win. So, and Prosper, we played our best game. So that's just what, and we have the added confidence. That's what we need to get over the top of Allen.
So going back to the Braswell game, what do you think caused what was it?
What was it? I can only speak for my side of the ball. Offensively, I'm not a point the fingers guy. But offensively, we didn't have our best game. If anything, we had our worst game probably, because we didn't score every drive. Personally, I made a bad play on the first drive that we had to turn the ball over, and there's penalties, mistakes that just got in our own way, and we didn't adjust to it soon enough. So I think that was just the offensive side. We didn't execute as cleanly as we were supposed to.
Interesting.
So after that loss, I'm on the team, on the kicker.
Sammy is on the team.
I feel like even though we lost, I feel like we won that, because now that gives us a chip on our shoulder going on to the season. That gives us a little awakening, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though we're 5-0, we're still beatable.
I can see that, but at the same time, it's just if we would have won that game, we're
unstoppable.
We're in the driver's seat, But also, I do see especially me. I was riding super high after that Prosper game. It was awesome. That's all I thought about that entire week. And then Braswell comes, and you're like, oh,
it's just Braswell.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
And then guy gets 6 touchdowns and runs for 400, 300 yards. But that's just. So I do think in a way it was beneficial, and it will be beneficial for us down the road.
So, Bryan, we want to know about what are your current, there's still a lot of time, but what are your current college plans?
Oh, man.
If you're going to college.
Oh, man.
Are you going to college?
Yes.
You are going to college? Somewhere.
I applied to SFA, so
Stephen
maybe.
F. Austin University.
Yeah, maybe we'll get in. I already know, I've known for a while, no one wants a 6'2", 250 left tackle, at the Division I level. So honestly, whoever wants me can come and get me,
Are they calling you too small, too short?
Hey, man. I sort of.
So you're applying to colleges primarily academically?
Pretty much, yeah. But football, hopefully is in the cards. But, if it's not.
Does SFA have, a decent football?
Yeah, they have a Division I football team. They're pretty good. They're okay.
So what is your school life here at Little Elm? How do you balance classes and school with football? Yeah, how's it been?
First of all, do your teachers know who you are? Do they know?
Oh, man. They know.
They know.
They've been known.
They know.
I'm a known guy.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, but it's tough, especially the daily grind of you wake up and you're like, oh crap, I got practice today, and then you got to go to practice. And
what time of your practice?
It's from 7th period, so it's 3 or no 2 to 5:30, sometimes later.
Jeez.
So, and it's just, I've been on varsity since sophomore year. So I've done the practice for 3 years, and sophomore year, it was I needed it each and every day to learn, pick up the plays, learn defenses, learn all that. But now coming here, senior year, just the monotony, the grind but people say you gotta love the grind. I'm just, I'm you just gotta be okay. You just gotta be okay, you know what, I'm here. But at the same time, you can't bring everybody else down. So
Do the actual games and getting to play, does that feel like it's
oh my gosh
rewarding enough?
Yes.
To outweigh,
especially this season. The first 2 seasons that I was on varsity, it was tough because, you get beat so much and you're like, man, I don't want to get beat anymore.
It's hard to have a good
But
attitude.
then, now every win feels just better than the last. Man. But then the loss, especially this last one, has been worse than like the other ones years past. Because no one expects us to win at all. Like, 5 games is astronomical to whatever
beyond
people
anyone's.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and John actually showed us like the takes for the reporters, I guess.
Yeah,
and
we look. People say like not to look at this stuff, but we look at that and we specifically focus on beating out what they think, like doing more than what they. So like I think this one.
Everyone has Allen.
Yeah, like
everyone.
Allen has. Everyone is picking Allen, of course, and then we got. I think they said they're gonna get like 49, and we're only gonna score like 20 points, and we've been averaging like at least like 50 points a game.
I don't think we have. I think we've reached 20 points by the end of the quarter.
Exactly.
Every game.
Like at least, not even.
Is Allen's defense like above average?
They have the number 3 ranked guy in the nation. Like not even at his position, just in general.
In the nation.
Yeah, they're out of the hundreds of thousands of people that play football. He's
What's
the
his
third
name?
best. I don't know. His name's like
Doesn't
A.
even know
His
his
name's like
name.
A. I think his name's like A.
He doesn't matter. You don't know
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm
name.
saying. It's
You
good to
could
look
take
at, but
Is he Bryan Wofford? That's what I'm asking.
That's for sure. He is not.
He's
All
not
right.
Bryan Wofford.
Maybe we'll take some of his offers this game for sure. That's what we're looking for. But honestly, their defense is just their front 4 defensive linemen, and then the rest of their guys are kind of. I would take our wide receivers and John over any of these people for sure. So it's just going to be the offensive line's job and my job to just do enough to let everybody else start making those plays.
So I understand that at the beginning of the season, by like the second game, there was like a mantra that was being said by the football team that this is a revenge tour
Oh yeah.
of last year. What's that like? And do you guys still have that mindset?
Oh yeah. We're, like you said, like I said, like no one expects us to win any of these games. Every single game we're expected to lose. So, and we lost a lot last year. So it's all about getting our licks back, getting respect every single game, trying to enforce all gas, no brakes as much as possible.
How much does the crowd play into a good performance?
A lot, hugely. Especially last week, it was homecoming. There was the stands were packed top to bottom, packed top to bottom. And the week before that was Prosper's homecoming. And if you looked at Prosper's, like their stadium is amazing.
That game was incredible.
And if you looked across at their stands, the top to bottom filled with people, like no open space. It was insane, but we got to be on each side of it. We got to be on the winning side of winning a homecoming, somebody else's homecoming game, and losing.
Was actually funny about that Prosper game. Right after Bope hits that game-winning field goal, you go run to the other side, hit the gritty, and the news actually caught you.
Channel 8.
I have a clip that we can show.
Who lines up for the field goal? It is good, little Elmer.
That's the end.
No, it's not.
56
Yeah.
55.
And it was really funny.
Yep.
I was there too.
Sammy copied me. You see him look at me and decide he wants to do it.
It was for 2 seconds, and then they just cut me off, and I'm like,
Hey man, I'm the star of the show, bro. But then you can't even be happy about that for long because the next week we lost, so it made everything just almost null to a point.
Yeah.
You got to start back at square one. You got to build back from the top.
Going back to that loss a little bit, some people say that after going 5-0, you can kind of feel invincible. Was there any, I don't want to say cockiness, but was there any overconfidence in that week?
I think so. I think it's good to be confident whenever you're doing because you don't want to go into a football game. No one goes into a football game. I don't care if you're the worst team, best team. You don't go into a football game being like, man, I want to lose. You always want to win. But I think we were feeling ourselves a little too much. I think it did get to our heads a little bit, and we tried to overlook them. But then, we paid for it.
I mean, after that incredible game, it's hard not to.
That's what I'm saying. And like I said, that's all I thought about, like, that weekend. I couldn't do homework. I couldn't do anything else. So
Could you move the mouse a little bit?
there we go.
Thank you, Brian.
But yeah, it's all about balancing the victories with the losses. Knowing how to take a victory, knowing how to take a loss. So
Definitely. Sammy?
So, the coaching staff, there's been a lot of new hires these past 4-5 years even maybe, and I know this past year there's been I think 3, maybe more, maybe less new coaches. So, how are you guys feeling when you heard, oh, we have new coaches? Was there any hesitation or anything?
Nah, Coach Brown's been great at putting the people that are gonna make us successful, on the team and giving them a more important role and bigger role. So, I feel like, it sucks to lose people, but at the same time, if we're gaining, it's obviously been working. We've been winning more. And then especially having Coach Counter from our wide receivers coach now to our offensive coordinator, it helped us tremendously, helped each position on the offense tremendously. So,
could you speak about how much, for one, Coach Brown's leadership has helped you guys, and also which coach in particular do you think has made the biggest difference in
my opinion,
your journey, your high school journey?
My personal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, to you.
So Coach Brown has been great. I was going to go to a high 6A competitive high school in Arlington, and then I had to move over here. I'm like, Little Elm, where even is that? And then, but I came. He took me in. He didn't promise me anything. He was like, "You're gonna have to work hard for all this," and I was like, "That's perfectly fine with me," But he's been always a voice of reason, sort of discipline. Yeah, he's very he runs a tight ship, and I respect him tremendously, and we all do. So, and then a coach that's been personally, I think overall, everybody loves. We all love Coach Counter for sure, but for me personally, probably Coach Daly for sure,
Daly?
Hands down. So he's been
great guy.
Yeah, he's been the best. Although it may seem like on the sideline.
Oh.
He's not.
Yeah.
Although he may seem like I'm not his favorite on the sideline, then
he is the most passionate coach on that field every single night.
He wants to win every single, and he doesn't care what you got to do that. So he's a very animated guy, but he's awesome. Love him to death, man.
So this Friday, like I said, you guys are playing Allen.
Mm-hmm.
How's the team doing? You're playing in a big stadium, bigger than Prosper's.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some fans. How are you guys gonna adjust like you did? I know you guys adjusted Prosper game, with some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys gonna adjust to Allen?
I feel like it's all like you said, the Prosper game. We've been in it before, and even Plano West. I think we were supposed to be their homecoming game, but they changed it, got scared, and changed it. And
Little Elm was coming.
Yeah, that was probably for a good reason because they lost. So that was a good call by them. But I mean, crowd noise is fine. We dealt with it in Prosper. We simulated in practice. They won't be cheering a lot. We'll just say that.
It'll be a silent stadium.
Yeah, it'll be a silent stadium. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Does it feel good to silence a crowd?
Oh man, it feels Prosper. Especially, I don't want to wish no ill will on them, but I'm not saying anything.
Hey man,
but
this is a free space.
But
you can say what you want to say.
They deserve what was gotten to them.
You beat them fair and square.
Yeah,
And that's all it is.
That's how it is. Plant the LE flag in the middle of the Prosper logo.
So if you guys don't know, there's Kyler Murray used to go to Allen.
Oh yeah.
If for the viewers that are not watching, he's an NFL quarterback for the Cardinals. And they actually have a sophomore quarterback right now, Allen does, and they're actually comparing him to Kyler Murray.
How do you feel about
I have a couple friends that go to Allen. They're saying they're comparing him. I don't
know about that.
If they're comparing him, there should be a lot of fans. But like you said, making that crowd quiet is pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Kyler Murray's like his own thing. I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna be like him.
Yeah, just
because
because you're from the same school.
Our-
What does that even mean?
Our defense is gonna bounce back. I really think they are, and we got a good. As far as I'm hearing from them, we got a good game plan against them. I think like one of their wide receivers is like a Colorado commit, and we got a Colorado commit corner. So I feel like it's gonna be a dogfight like the entire game.
Interesting.
So tell us in the locker rooms, how are you guys feeling? What does it feel like in the locker rooms?
Well,
Are there any nerves?
There's always nerves before a game. Like you always are. Like I said, I've done this a lot. I've been in all these different stadium situations and teams where, you're nervous about losing all the time, and you just don't want to lose so bad. So, but locker room, we try to keep it loose, free, try to get people locked in, but still keep it fun at the same time. So, yeah. And after the game, it's pandemonium, Sammy knows.
Yeah. We've seen the videos.
There's a lot of Snapchats. There's a lot of from me. There's a lot of there's a lot of young boy playing in there. So
yeah. What do you listen to get ready for a game? Like, what's your personal playlist?
I actually have a game playlist.
Let's see what's on.
I'll actually pull it up. There's a lot of Kanye on it.
Oh,
I'll say that. There's a lot of.
Did
Kanye
you listen to the
on
new
it.
album?
I did. Donda is good.
It is pretty good.
I don't
right?
want anybody to tell me that
Right?
Certified Lover Boy is better than Donda.
I
because
agree.
It is not.
Fully agree. Little football team officially endorses
Bryan
Donda.
You heard it here for Bryan Wofford, Donda. I'm telling you.
Donda's the winner.
That best album I've heard so far.
All right, let's see what's
I
on
got
the
a lot
playlist.
of, like I said, Kanye. I have some Kid Cudi on there.
I know
Travis Scott.
the team loves Youngboy.
The team loves YoungBoy,
They
and
love
I
They love themselves too. They gotta
so
come on.
so Jalen Sessions, our running back, he actually like plays his own music. J-Rock, like he plays his own.
Oh, he's
music.
a rapper?
Yeah, he plays his own music in the thing with him and a couple guys on the team. But it's actually not bad. Like it's actually it's actually pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. But I do find it kind of cringy that we're listening to like
his
his music, like as we're like trying to get hype for a game. But hey, it works. It works.
Yeah, for sure.
And then follow that up with some YoungBoy and some Pooh Shiesty. I think we'll be all right. But yeah, for me personally, a lot of like Travis Scott, like Kanye, a lot of just stuff to get you locked in. Schoolboy Q.
Well, Brian, if we don't have any more questions,
I got one.
You
I
got
one for you.
You got one for me.
So what happened on play 155 of the Braswell game?
And I think that's all the time we have here.
No, we got to tell
No,
me.
Sammy, let us
like,
know.
for real.
Okay.
What happened?
So
If you guys don't know, I'll give the context.
I could admit it. I could admit right here.
Here, I'll tell. If you guys don't know the
Okay.
context, at the game last week, Sammy is a kicker, and that's all he does. And
Backup kicker.
he's important though, and he's pretty good. And he's on the kickoff with Tyson, our other kicker, and they sometimes kick the ball like they switch turns kicking the ball. So Sammy, on this one play, after we just scored, I sit down on the bench, and I'm talking to Coach Daly, and then I hear the crowd go, "Oh my God!" So what were they witnessing, Sammy?
That was just on me. Bo was doing his own thing. That was on me. Coach called I'm not gonna give it out, but he called a play for Bo to kick it, but I thought it was me. I guess I just wasn't in the game.
You see in the film visual like actual confusion from Sammy because he goes like this. He puts his hands up like this, and you still kick the ball. Why would you think to kick the ball?
Honestly, I forgot about it. Short memory.
All right, Brian.
Honestly,
since we're
it's fine.
running out of time, I got one more question for
All right,
you.
let's hear it.
Let's, you've been going to Little Elm for a long time now.
Mhm.
And, of course, your teachers have a big impact on you. Who would you say are your top 3 favorite teachers
Of
that
all
you've
time.
had?
All time or right now?
At
All
Little Elm.
time.
All time.
Yeah, I was about to say. You guys don't know any Arlington teachers? I was like, what?
Oh, at
But-
Little. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
I got
all time
it.
at
Little Elm
Elm.
High School.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's give them a shout out right now because they made this
All time.
incredible athlete right here.
That's true. That's true. Very true. All time. Let's see. Not including coaches.
Not including
Okay.
coaching, just educational
I
teachers.
don't know. You know, Shirey was pretty.
Good
His
guy.
class was awesome.
You know,
I
we
have-
plan on having him on.
Yes, very. You should. He's the best. I like his classroom environment. He's a nice guy, and you actually like learn something like in there. I had him for algebra first semester, and I have him this year for any 2020 class. But that's don't really do anything there.
Definitely.
So. But
That's number one.
so number one, I'm trying to. What else? Who else? Honestly, like Miss Ramirez this year.
Dawn Ramirez.
Yes, I actually really like her. She's really nice.
Definitely.
I think she teaches very well. I have her this year. This is the only year I had her for my AP class.
She was, believe it or not, the sponsor for Guitar Club last year.
Really?
Yeah, which you would never expect.
Is Guitar Club
right?
gonna start up again?
Yes,
or
it is.
I wanna-
We're actually having the first one like either next week or the week. We'll let you know. We'll have an announcement.
Does she shred?
She doesn't at all.
Wait,
she
Whatsoever.
doesn't play at all?
Nope.
But she.
So,
So you went to her and were like, "Hey, can you sign off on?"
actually, connecting to Shirey, I went to Shirey and I asked if he could sponsor us,
He was like, nope.
and he said,
There's no way.
"Nope, no, I can't." But I'll send out a staff-wide email to see if anyone wants to.
And she
And Ms.
responded.
Ramirez responded. So 2 of your top 3
Dang.
were involved.
That's
in
kinda cool.
creating
I
this
didn't know
Guitar
that.
Club
Small
last year.
world, small
I
world.
didn't know that. That's kind
Small
of cool.
school, actually.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. I gotta think back, man. Because there's so many.
How do you
know
feel
what I'm
about
saying?
Mr. Hutley, Brian?
Oh, true.
Great
Mr.
guy.
Hutley, yes. I can't believe I forgot about that. Mr. Hutley's
Yeah.
awesome. Again, he was super cool. Kind of sad I don't have him this
He tells
year.
such good stories.
He's
You know
a
what I
great
mean?
storyteller. He's a millionaire. A lot of people don't know that.
I think a lot of people do.
Is
know
he
that.
actually
He is
the Deca store teacher?
allegedly
Yeah.
he is a
Allegedly.
he is a
We haven't seen
millionaire.
his-
Allegedly.
his
yeah,
tax
yeah,
history.
we don't know his W-2s, W-4, but we do know that it's something. But
All right.
yeah, Mr.
Well,
Hutley
that's a
for
good
sure.
top 3.
And Mr. L. Mr.
We-
L's cool.
We plan
So
on having.
if you guys don't know, Brian used to actually be in this class
Yeah.
that we're in right now.
Brian
but
was a film student.
he decided to.
There's too many nerds in
leave.
here. I had to leave.
I remember-
Everybody was uncool.
We would be filming, and other football kids or whoever would come up to you and be like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing, Brian?"
I'd be
Come
like,
on."
I'm just like, they just put me in here, guys.
And then you quit on us.
Okay, there was
Explain.
there was a couple.
Explain.
There was a couple of aspects that.
Elaborate.
There was a couple of
He
aspects.
could
that
be
played
the
in.
host of this podcast right now.
Say more.
There's a couple of aspects that went into this, but the biggest one was I had an AP class, and Miss Ramirez, her class, she only teaches on B and A days.
So you left us for
So
Miss Ramirez.
It would get debunked off. It would get bunked off. So I can't, But I do kind of miss it, and I highly recommend anybody.
to
if-
join.
You hear
Actually-
a football player
Yes.
recommends
Endorse
this
it.
class.
I as lame as it might seem, it is not lame.
Come on,
it's
you've
actually
seen our channel.
it's
We're
actually
not
kind
lame.
of fun. And Jagger and Sammy, not really Sammy, but Jagger is
Okay.
cool. And there's some cool people in here. But yeah, actually, when I took quick story, when I took the class, I actually took AV Principles 2 because I took AV Principles 1 sophomore year, and then we came junior year, first day of school. I walk in, and me and Drew were actually in the same AV class. I walk in, and it says Film 1 on the board. And
I was confused by that too.
so I'm like, okay, I'm in the wrong class.
yeah.
I was in that class too.
So
As a
I was
freshman?
like, this is really weird.
I didn't even know we had a film class.
And then like Mr. L came up and started talking about film, and then Drew was like, excuse me, sir, it says on the schedule principle of AV2, and Mr. L was like, yep, this is film, guys. And then he like kept
yeah.
I don't know if there was some backdoor trickery going on there.
Yeah, they're
but
trying to sneak us into
yeah.
this program.
I mean, it
but-
worked out. Like
Did it?
it was fun.
Did it really?
It was.
Then
Yeah,
why aren't you here?
that's true.
Well, Brian, I think that's all the time we have now. Thank you for being here. This was pretty fun chat to catch up
sir.
on you. I'm sure Jagger
Yes, sir.
really
Great to see
like
you,
this.
Brian. We missed you greatly,
As you should.
and I'm sure we'll have another episode sometime in the future. Maybe at the end of football season, we could do a
Little
recap.
debrief. Yeah. I gotcha.
Maybe we'll have some updates on your college plans.
Let's
we'll
go.
see.
Let's go. Hopefully.
Big things for Big Boy Wofford.
Yeah, I'm going.
It's
Going
been fun, guys. We'll see you
Alright.
next time.
Yes, sir.
That's all. See you on the next one, guys.
Come to the games Friday night.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Be there.
Come to the game. 75. Look for 75.
Number 75, Bryan Wofford.
Yes, sir.
Best player of all time. All right. Bye, guys.